Go.
Hey folks, this is another episode of Smoky Joe's Barbecue. Today we're going to do show you the modifications I've done on my old country barbecue smoker, pecos smoker. I bought it at Academy of Sports in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's a great beginner smoker for the people that haven't smoked. I've owned a lot of smokers in my time, but I've had propane tanks and different kind of smokers, but this smoker has done me unbelievably well for the stuff that I've done. I could do shows with it, I could do home cooking with it, commercial cooking with it. It's an all-around great smoker, but I also want to tell you I've had some friends ask where I've been on making my barbecue shows. I've been under construction on my deck back here to make my videos. I've extended my deck out from my wall right here and out another 5 feet to make the videos. I put lights in overhead over top of me and some ceiling fans behind me. And we're just about to have it almost done. We lack a little bit of these deck boards down here of finishing up. In fact, the painter's coming over today to stain the rest of the boards down here today. And once we get these boards done, and it takes about maybe 4 or 5 days to dry, then we'll be back making barbecue videos. But in the meantime, I've been making some videos inside. You need to check me out. I've done different little Italian dishes. But I mainly want to get back out here and start cooking on my, I bought a 36-inch griddle, Blackstone griddle. I own a Weber Smoky Mountain smoker back here. And also my pecos smoker. And I've got a gas grill that I cook on, for private. Don't do too many shows on that, but just, private cooking. And, but once we get this done, well, like I said, I'll be making some more shows. So I'll be back in a minute and we'll show you the modifications I've made on the pecos smoker. I think you're all going to really enjoy it. Okay, folks, here's the modifications I've done on my pecos smoker. Starting with our firebox. We took our template plate, or what used to be our charcoal rack, in here, and we moved it into our main chamber as a baffle plate. And we'll get to that in a few minutes, but I'm going to start with my firebox first and show you the stuff I did inside the firebox. I put some metal here, 3/16 metal, so it wouldn't burn my lid. And this really helps. It doesn't just give the lid any discoloration or anything. Now that was one of the main things I really wanted done in here. And let me show you what I had my friend build me. We built this box, this basket, charcoal basket, which fits down in here. And we throw our charcoal in here, and we cook with a minion method. And what I mean by that, I don't have it filled up right now, but I'm just giving you an example. Usually you fill up to about right here. And what we do is, we do the minion method. We're going to light some more charcoal up and put it on top of this and let this burn down real slow, and it gives you a long cook. Whether if you went in there and just put the charcoal in and lit it with your wood, you'd just run out of fuel real fast. The minion method is a slower cooking process. Now your thing you put your charcoal in, you can either put it in this deeper end or the shallower end here, which I usually put in the shallower end. You don't want to light that many charcoal, you want to light just very few as you can. And you dump that on top of your charcoal when it's lit. And then, when I do that, once that gets good and going, then I put my wood. I don't put any big pieces of wood. I use wood chunks to save fuel. And not only that, once the meat hits 140 degrees anyway, it loses penetration into your meat. Once your smoke ring gets established, your smoke ring is established. But there is science that does say that pork has a chemical reaction where they say that your wood can penetrate the duration of the cook. So that's why I use wood chunks. I don't like a real strong flavor of wood. I mean, I like to taste the meat. So that's why I use the chunks. And if you want to add a chunk here or there during your cook, you're more than glad to do that. I mean, that's up to you. But here's how I do this. Once it gets lit with your charcoal in here, I put the wood around the outside of your charcoal lit, and let that burn there, and it'll start smoking. Okay. Let's see what else we did to this thing. Okay, now on your oxygen, you get your fire started here. It's got a door with a baffle in it. Now you can either use your door cracked open like that for oxygen, or you can shut the door and use your baffle right here to switch your oxygen level, your damper door. And by letting oxygen in, you open your damper door to increase the heat. Okay, we've talked about nothing about our firebox now. Let's move over to our main chamber. Here's the work that I had done in here. I mentioned a minute ago that I took the charcoal plate and put it here and use it as a baffle. That's what most guys do that buy this particular smoker from Academy of Sports. It doesn't come with a baffle plate. It comes with a baffle plate only so far. Then you got to make your own. And they're used to deflect heat. And I set them up now in here where I've got them all aligned where I want them. I had a couple extra ones made through my buddy down at the fab shop. And what it does is I put a temperature gauge in there, and now my heat is coming underneath my deflector plate over across my food, and I've got about a 5-degree temperature change in that chamber box because of these plates right here. This controls your heat. Now, Academy of Sports does only come with one rack, and this rack right here is the only rack that comes with this particular smoker, which will cook a lot of meat. But I went to the expense of getting an extra rack put in for like putting chicken up here, or some sausage, or some corn, or you can put anything you really want up here. That's to your preference. And he wanted me some brackets right in here on both sides. These brackets, and just made this out of channel iron with the mesh. And this thing slides in and out. If you want to cook a turkey, it's high enough right now to cook a turkey and a pork butt in here right now between the two. But if you don't need this top rack, this thing can slide out, and you don't need it. You can just take it and put it somewhere while you're doing your cook. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Now, this thing comes with a shelf. It's got a little thing back here where you put your little shelf on, and you can put your stuff in front of here, like your ribs and stuff like that, before you put them on. And here is the lid on this thing here. Pretty heavy. I tell you what, these things for a $400 smoker, these things are really well built, heavy duty for just a store-bought smoker. And that's why I'm using this thing. I really like it. I've had high-end smokers all my life, and I said, they all cook the same pretty much. But this thing, I bought it to try it out, and this thing cooks to perfection. I really, really love it. A lot of guys use them, and I know some guys on competition that use them. They're just a well-built little smoker for a great price range. And they do not come with the temperature gauges. You have to buy those. Now they're only like $15 a piece, and I bought 2 of them. And like I said, the temperature between the firebox and the other end of my smoker here is about a 5 to 10 degree difference in heat. Top to bottom, pretty close to the same. It comes with about a 6-inch, it might be about 5-inch smokestack. And when you're got your fire going, when you start your fire in the beginning of your cooking, you want this thing wide open. What you want to do is you want to create flow through the chamber out your chimney so that you'll get good cross flow for your cooking of your meat. And let's see, it also comes with, it doesn't come with a drip bucket. You also got to buy a little bucket too, a little silver bucket just to catch your grease. And it comes with some pretty heavy duty wheels. If you want to, you could have those little guys also maybe fad those up a little bit as far as make them a little stronger, welding a little, maybe another bracket in there. It comes with a bottom tray for storage for your wood or your charcoal or anything you want to put down there, your brushes. Let's see, it's got a backstop for your lid, so your lid doesn't go all the way back. It's got a little hook in the back right here, and that stops your lid from going back, slamming back. Let's see, what else is this thing here? I tell you what, the stuff that I had done to it was just, it helped this smoker tremendously, especially this top rack, because I do a lot of cooking. And I have friends over, and it cooks this thing right here cooks a lot of food. You'd be really surprised what this thing will do. And let's see, that might be about it as far as this thing goes here. Okay, folks, I appreciate you watching this video. And if you like this video, I would appreciate if you would give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I will be back online. I've just had my deck done. Up here, you can see all my smokers all on my way. I got my Weber Smoky Mountain back over here in the corner. That's also a great smoker for starting cooking too. A lot of guys buy those when they first started. That's about a $400 smoker too. And like I said, I just bought a 36-inch Blackstone griddle. I'm going to be doing some outside shows on it. But like I said, what's holding me up is my deck. And after that, we'll be back online. Like I said, I appreciate the thumbs up and the subscribe button. And also in my comment section, comment on how you feel, if I was explanatory enough about this smoker. And if not, make a comment. I'd like to know your feedback on it. But like I said, for a beginner or a good medium person who's done it for a long time, this is a heck of a smoker for the money. You really can't beat it. I don't get paid to say this. I'm just very, very happy with it. It's just a tremendous little smoker. So, yeah, I'd like to say, like I do at every end of my show, if you ain't grilling, you ain't chilling. Talk to y'all later. Thank you.